Welcome to BPEC AI Career Transition Program with Generative AI. So Kant here. So let me explain you the roadmap behind how to make a successful transition into AI. So whenever you are planning to get into AI, the very first skill set you need to target is we can say it as Python. So Python would be a very important skill set when you are targeting your AI related skill set. And before we are getting into the skill set which we are trying to focus on, there are three pillars for any career transition program. The very first pillar is I'm able to call it as your job ready content. This is very important. And the second one is we are able to call it as real time projects, or we can say real time project or pipeline. And the third one is we are able to call it as interview preparation. So out of all the three elements, so what is very important means like what exactly the interviewer going to give you a lot of priority is on your real-time projects. So now the more real-time projects or the best real-time projects you are having in your resume, the more likely you are able to get placed into the interview. So the interviewer directly focus on, tell me about your project you worked in a company. If this project is something you've done in a course or something you practiced it, they don't consider your profile. They may not consider. The basic idea behind our programs is to build this real-time project in your resume. So when you are speaking with the interviewer, they are not saying this is not a real work. So they are considering your work and they are able to give you to a good position. So that is the basic idea. So real-time project work is very important. To work on this, you need to have a job ready knowledge. Without this, you cannot go and work on a real-time project. So both are dependent. So you need to be good with this, only then you can work on it. That's the reason the interviewers focus on real-time projects. Automatically, you're good with the job ready content. So now the three elements. So in that first part is job ready content. So now the very first important element is Python. You need to be very good with Python. And the second important element is your SQL. So SQL is a very important element in a real time. So why? So all the data you are collecting in your AI, it's from a database, or we can say data warehouse. The data warehouse can be internally in our system. We call it as a traditional warehouse, or it can be on a cloud like your Amazon Redshift, or it can be any platforms. That's the reason. So this data warehouse knowledge is very important. So the data warehouse knowledge like Python. So Python is for data cleaning. For all your AI work we do on Python, and SQL acts like your data warehouse. So once you learn this two skill set, you can learn it in any way. You can learn SQL first and you can learn Python later, or you can learn Python first and you can learn SQL later. Once you learn it, once you are good with it, if you want, you are able to learn Power BI. That is not mandatory, that is optional. In case if you want to try for data science profile, or if you want to target for analytical profile, Power BI going to be an important role. So here I gave Power BI, which is optional for an AI people. If you want, you can learn it. That is optional. Power BI or Tableau. Once you completed these three tools, you can learn these three tools in any sequence. Once you completed it, then we want to get into stats. So this is very important. So now based on the stats, then the next connection going to be your machine learning, or I'm calling it as ML. So let me write machine learning, which is very important. And after machine learning, the next thing you need to learn is NLP, natural language processing, or we call text analytics. You are trying to learn text analytics. And after NLP, the seventh one is your ML deployment, or we can call it as MLOps. And after this, the eighth one is deep learning. So now inside deep learning, we are trying to go with mostly computer vision, LLMs, or we say transformers. So we say ANNs, artificial neural networks. In this way, we got advanced stuff. So you need to focus on that advanced deep learning syllabus. And once you complete that advanced deep learning, the ninth one is your generative AI. So you can learn these two things again in any way. So you can learn deep learning. First you can learn generative AI and then you can go to deep learning, or you can learn deep learning and you can learn generative AI. Any of the sequence you can do it. But from here to here, you need to have from 4 to 5, you need to have a proper same sequence. You need to learn it. You cannot learn it in jumbling way. Means you cannot learn machine learning first and then statistics later. No. So statistics, ML, NLP, the same sequence it need to happen. Only these two elements, you can shuffle it in any way. And how you can learn them? So you can learn all the three elements in overall 3 ways. So you are able to learn this entire syllabus. So in a live way, means you can join the live classes and you are able to learn them, or you can do it in a recording, or we call it as holistic learning. So like how I'm teaching this roadmap, in a similar way, we have smartboard based content, holistic access, we call it as. You can take holistic access and you can learn all this syllabus. So now if you have any doubt, you're able to go back and you're able to join our live doubt classes and you're able to clarify your doubts. And you can leverage them. So like in case if you have a doubt, you can reach out to us over an email, or you can reach out to us to WhatsApp numbers. So now here the important element. Now you learned all the syllabus. That is called job ready syllabus. Now, how exactly it is a job ready? It's a regular content, and how it's going to differentiate? The very simple answer is, now you are learning about how we use Python in real time, how we use SQL in real time. That is something differentiating or job ready. And apart from it, now learning Python standalone may not make any sense. Learning SQL may not make any sense. So now you need to have a real time project. So once you completed SQL, you are trying to work on a real time project related to SQL. So I'm calling it as SQL real-time project. So by working on this real-time projects, you are able to build this real-time skill set or a real-time portfolio that going to help you. So the primary reason you are joining BPEC is not actually for the content, for the real-time project work. So you are trying to work on the real-time project. So that is your very first real-time project. And the second real-time project, you are able to work with a combination of only standalone Python real-time project may not be there. So you are using Python plus stats and ML. So by using these three things, so I'm able to call, so Python stats plus ML based real-time project. That is second real-time project, real-time project on ML you are working, and then you are trying to work on a project on NLP. Third one, NLP project, and the fourth one going to be your ML Ops project, ML Ops project, and then here you got computer vision. You are able to work on the fifth one, which is a CV project, or I can say computer vision project. You are able to work on a project related to your ANNs, or we can say even we got RNNs, which is forecasting RNNs based project. So which is your count 6. And then you are able to work on generative AI project, which is 7, is generative AI project. So here you can work on 1 or 2 projects. Now see, overall you got 6 or 7 projects. Inside this, with the very, very important projects, the must projects you need to have in the resume, even though one SQL, the second is like either ML or this one, ML Ops project. So this is also very important. NLP project is also very important. And here you can see computer vision project is also very important. And this generative AI project is also very, very important. So now overall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects are very, very important. So once you completed all these 5 projects, then what you can do? You are good to go with your interview preparation. So now in lines of targeting a job, so now you got a very good skill. Now whatever the skill you learned it, you are able to work on a real-time project, means you are able to create a value. If an interviewer is asking, you can bravely explain how exactly you use SQL in a real time, everything you can explain it. So you got real-time projects. Now we go into our interview preparation. What we do in interview preparation, the very first stage, so we try to build a resume. So when we are trying to build a resume, what we are doing in a resume building is like, so this is interview preparation plan. So IP, so we will be trying to build resume. And inside a resume, the very important elements which lack in a lot of people are roles and responsibilities. We try to place roles and responsibilities related to every project work you've done. And then we will be placing your technical skills. And we will be trying to place about your project related details, client names, and all this. So project and client related informations. And once your resume is finalized, that you are able to explain them. So once we are able to help you, means the resume is very important. If you are having a career gap, we need to have one resume, or we want to build it in one style. If you are a working professional, we need to build it in one style. If you are a person from non-technical background, you have an experience, but you are moving into data science, we want to build it, or AI, we want to build it into one style. So now that style is going to vary. That's the reason while I'm building your resume, I will be having a call, and based on that, I will be building your resume. And once all the resume is developed, we try to check an ATS score. So ATS score is very important in order to make your resume to be shortlisted. So I go back, I work on your ATS score. And once resume is finalized, then we will be trying to go with our second step, which is job portals or LinkedIn. So we work on the job portals and LinkedIn. We make sure that your LinkedIn job portals are good with proper keywords, with proper CTC and everything. And once this part is done, then we will be going to the third, which we are calling it as mock interviews. So now here again you have differences. Now I may be a non-technical person, or I may be a working person, or I may be having a career gap, or I may be a fresher. So various backgrounds. So how to explain about yourself in the interviews, how to introduce about yourself, how to explain these projects to the interviewer. So how to explain your skill set, how to explain your day-to-day roles and responsibilities, how to explain your team members, how to explain the work, how you get allocated, how you share that with your managers. All this we will be just demonstrating or explaining in the mock interview. So that is your last stage. So once you got your skills, once you got resume, job portal, LinkedIn, mock interview, you start getting the calls, and based on the mock interview, I'll be sharing the corrections. You're good to go to the market. You can start giving your interviews. So this is the procedure. Now keep these points in the brain. Now, for example, if there is a person who already know this skill set. So Kant, I already know Python, SQL, Power BI, stats, machine learning. So now I for example, I don't NLP. Then start learning NLP, ML deployment, deep learning, generative AI. So now people who are targeting for a generative AI career, so now they need to learn. So they need to have a prerequisite of this. They need to already know up to machine learning. If they know machine learning, they can learn these additional elements and they can try generative AI. No, Kant, I don't know machine learning. I know up to Power BI. Can I target generative AI? Yes. You need to learn from stats to this. So take this list, what you are missing, try to learn them. In case, for example, you know up to stats, machine learning and all this you don't know. Try to go back, brush up your stats, and again, once revise all these topics so that it's going to give you more clear-cut understanding about your, like these topics. So the content we are doing, my content is a bit different from other people. So I explain how we use stats in a real time, how we use ML in a real time. I try to demonstrate a lot, so that's going to help you. So to explain them in a better way to your interviewers. So this is a roadmap which you need to plan, which you need to start executing. So you can start executing this plan through live classes or through recording, or you can execute it through the doubt. Like doubt classes are meant to clarify your doubt. So while you're working on a project and all that, you can go back and you can clarify. And one more thing, you don't need to worry about these projects. So before you're working on this project work, we demonstrate all this project work in the classes. And once you got a clear-cut idea, understanding, then you go back and you implement it. So in your, you will be implementing it. While you're implementing, if you got any doubt, you can join our doubt classes. It's so simple. So now you don't need to worry. Just listening to my real-time project classes, just explaining them, you can clear your interviews as well. So we are that confident about this. So now, I hope you got a clear understanding about your AI roadmap, and you can start executing your journey. One thing I want to suggest, give a lot of time. So give a lot of time in practice, so than listening. So now the more you practice, the better you're gonna feel confident. There is nothing like technical, non-technical, anything. The more you give time, the easy you're able to make it. So I hope you got a clear understanding. Take care. And one more thing, if anyone, so if there are seniors who are watching, like 15 years, 20 years people planning to make a transition, now then a practical thing, the theoretical understanding is very important on all these topics. So every video, watch it, understand it, prepare a notes. You don't need to sit and practice them, create a projects, but you need to have a clear-cut understanding like why to use this, why not to use it, why to use ML, why not to use ML deployment, or why to use deep learning, or why to use generative AI. You need to have that clear-cut understanding of every tool. That is very, very important. I hope keep that point for seniors. Need to be very good with the theory, irrespective of any experience. So this theory part, from stats to generative AI theory part, is very, very important for your interview clearing. So keep these points in the brain. I hope you got a clear idea. See you. So with your execution plan, any doubts, to reach out to us. Thank you so much. And all the best for your AI career transition with generative AI.